Good afternoon and happy Father's Day weekend to everyone who's celebrating this weekend. I today wanted to give you 5 tips on what men can do, dads can do if they're thinking about divorce, but they're concerned that during the split, they're not going to get an equal share of time with their children. My name is Stephanie Hunnell. I'm the owner of the Hunnell Law Group in Asbury Park, New Jersey. I'm also the co-host of Undoing I Do, a live series on Facebook every Thursday, and a podcast coming up next week. The first thing that dads can do in order to ensure that they can secure joint legal and physical custody of their kids is to keep a journal. You need to write down everything that happens in your life of your kids, essentially. And if you need to keep that because a judge is going to look at a journal entry if you ever needed to use that as evidence, and it's going to be more credible than you saying, I spend a lot of time with Johnny. It's better to show, here's my calendar and here's my journal of all of the things that I have done with Johnny. And it's harder for the ex-wife to refute that information as well. You should make sure that you're keeping an active role in your children's activities and in their daily lives. What that means is that you should make sure that you're picking up and dropping your kids off at school, their extracurricular activities. If you know that your kids like video games, you should show an interest in playing video games with them. If they have other interests, art or anything like that, you should make sure that you're showing an interest in that as well. And that's not to say that dads are not doing that. I'm just saying that when we're looking at custody and parenting time, and if a judge is assessing whether or not you should be a primary custodial parent or a joint parent, they want to know that you are familiar with what your kids are doing. If the kids are being interviewed, you want to make sure that the kids are very comfortable with you and you're not, working 9 to 5, coming home exhausted, spending an hour with Johnny or Sally. You really want to position yourself so you're an active role in their lives. And I know when we get married, sometimes those roles, and it's especially true for men, those roles kind of get divided, where mom will tend to be the caretaker, but you need to switch that up. Third, get to know their friends. You need to know their friends' names, their teachers' names, and what they like to do. Again, if you're in a custody trial and they ask you what kind of hobbies Billy likes, you want to make sure that you're able to spout those out and know them. Know the coach's name if they're on a team, and know their best friend's name. Because if you're in a trial, I've actually used this before. I've asked a father, what's your daughter's best friend's name? And they had no idea. And that just shows that you really were not an active parent during the marriage. And it is one factor that the court might consider all of that information, including just like what's their favorite food, what's their favorite color. Things change all the time, but you should know those things, what they are currently. Make sure number 4, take them to their doctor's appointments. You want to know their doctor's names. You want to know that you're actually doing these things on a day-to-day basis for your kids. Number 5, make sure that you have a plan for the custody and parenting time that you want. So whatever your goal is for parenting time, make sure that your life can accomplish that once you're divorced. So for example, if you work 5 days a week and you want to have overnights every Wednesday and Thursday, you need to make sure that you're going to have either like some daycare help or you're going to have some work schedule that you're going to be able to work out. You want to make sure that whatever it is that you're looking for, you're going to be able to do. Because the worst case scenario is if you say, I want 50-50 parenting time, but you work in New York and you're traveling and commuting and you're gone from the home from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Judy's bedtime is at 8 p.m. That's not going to work out for you. So you want to make sure that you position your life post-divorce and even pre-divorce, so that way it's already in place with the schedule that you want. And I hope you find this helpful. I hope everyone has a wonderful Father's Day, and take care and have a nice weekend. Bye.